Hey everybody, it's the Shape back to another video, and today we're going to look at short clips. That way we can cut straight to the point. And for people that are new here, I'm going to show you what you can look for, even though you don't have much to work with. If you pay attention, sometimes you can get a debunk out of a 30-second clip. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you don't have enough to work with, but I find these videos fun because you guys in the comments, you always give me good points, and actually you see things sometimes that I don't even see. But that's the fun of this stuff, is you get to learn it. And I've noticed that in some particular videos, it's the same thing redone over and over and over again. You know the classic, you hear them knocking on the door, they walk over to the door, and open it showing you nothing's there. There's multiple ways you can do it. You can overlay the knocking sound, of course. You could have somebody on the other side of the door knocking, and then when you get up and go, they run. Or you could have somebody knocking somewhere else and it just sounds like it's at that door. This first clip, it's that, but right out of the gate I spotted something. But anyway, let's go on this ride. Let's get into this video and let's have some fun. Join Debunkers Anonymous on Facebook, where we talk debunking 24 hours, 7 days a week. Shameless plug, and I don't care. Number 13. Now, before I get into this video, yes, it's Sir Spooks, and you know how I like me some Sir Spooks and some Bizarre Bub. All these clips are nice and uniform. Completely different, but nice and uniform. That way you don't have to go digging out all the clips yourself. Now, before I get into this video real quick, Renee McBride. She's been one of our very own. She's been supporting me for years. Supporting debunking for years. She's going through a rough patch right now, and if you guys see her in the comments or you see her on Facebook, just give her some love and some prayers. She's going through a pretty rough spot, and you know, my heart goes out to her. She's always been honest, cool, and always supported what I do. And Renee McBride, I love you bunches. Now let's get to some debunking.
This first intro comes to us from a TikTok account known as Nightmare Stories Podcast. In the first video here, a man known as Claymore is talking to the camera, explaining that he heard some strange noises while in the basement. He decided to pull out his camera to start recording. It only takes a few seconds for the noises to be heard.
Now, this first clip is the knocking on the door that I told you about earlier in the video. I want you guys to watch it. And I want you to comment below what you think this is, because I spotted something already, but I want to see if you could spot it. Do you think it's an overlay? Do you think just somebody is knocking somewhere and it just sounds like it's coming from the door? Or do you think that somebody's the other side of the door and they just took off like Flash Gordon? Comment below.
Alright, you guys are in luck. You wanted it, right? There it is. Ain't me knocking on shit. Ain't nobody down here, right? You hear it? Now, you guys are gonna say, oh, it's somebody in there. It's an animal. Nope. Let's go.
Short clips, I know, but did you catch it? It kind of gave this clip away. No, there's nobody on the other side of the door that's that fast. First off. Second off, it's clearly a knock on that door. You can kind of tell when it's like somebody knocking over here and they're pretending like it's the door. You can tell just by hearing through good earbuds, most times. But what I caught was the knocking on the door kept knocking even after he opened it. Listen one more time. Huh. The knocking kept going after he opened the door. And it never changed its volume or anything either. When he opened it, it sounded the same. It's almost as if he overlaid the sound and just didn't care to time it right. That's what I think happened here. Why else would the knocking continue after the door's open? There's nothing to knock on. That more than likely is the overlay. But let's watch how thorough he searches downstairs.
So down here. Nobody.
The lock sounds are overlaid, but as you can see here, as he goes down into the basement, you don't really get to see much. He's like, oh, I showed you everywhere. Well, no you didn't. Just to prove that he's completely alone in the basement, he proceeds to pick up the camera and walk us around the entire area, and sure enough, it is completely devoid of any others.
Yeah, I don't think nobody was down those steps, but for you, the one narrating your video saying that it was devoid of anybody being down there, the search wasn't good enough to say that completely. Somebody could have easily hidden those shadows and you wouldn't have seen them, but it's an overlaid sound, so who cares? Now, lucky for us, this guy's got another clip that, you know, a light turning on and off, and the same thing happens. These ghosts just do some, you know, the same stuff over and over and over again. That's what ghosts do. They just, you know, mess with you, flicking light switches. But anyway, take a look.
See if anything else happens. I mean, I hear it every night. It's tough. Okay, that's never happened before. Now I have to go check it out, otherwise you guys are gonna be like, oh, it's probably somebody in there. Let's go see. I'll show you guys right now. Ain't nobody in this motherfucker right here. And it is empty.
Let's review. He goes into the room to see who was doing the switch, and he stops right here, and he never checks behind this area right here. He turns around and goes out, but at least we get to see right here is where the light switch is.
And the one time he couldn't overlay a sound, what happens? He goes in the room and he doesn't clear the room completely. Right before he goes around the main part that you would want to search, he just turns around like, oh, see, nobody's here. And the light switch, in relation to the light turning on and off while he's sitting outside the room, you can clearly see where the light switch would be if you had x-ray vision. You would see where that person stood, and they just ran around that corner. It's fairly easy.
Number 12.
A woman named Rachel Navarro posted a video to her TikTok account back in September of this year, in which she says that she was just watching something on her computer, but was distracted rather suddenly. She says that there's currently no electricity in her house at the moment.
Now this next clip is pretty much what you saw before, just done a little bit differently. You're home alone, the power's out, you hear a paranormal presence. You go to the door, it's not there, you hear ghostly whispers and stuff. Scary stuff. Let's move on.
But I swear, shite. Okay, this door, Jesus, has been doing this literally all day. And look, that's shite. Oh my god. Okay, looking out. Hello? Hold on. I'm going out there. Hello?
Gotcha, bitch.
It's just like mad dark if I don't. Oh shit. Oh shit. Jesus, hold on.
Out of all the videos we are going to be watching and trying to debunk, this one, to me, out of all these, and this ain't saying much, but this one has more validity to it. At first I thought that the EVP that she heard, it kind of sounded like a dragging sound, a muffled dragging like your foot, but she heard it pretty clear. So it's either an overlaid sound, you know, an overlaid EVP, disembodied voice, whatever you want to call it, or it's a real spirit. Not much to work with on this one, guys, but hey, so far we're doing pretty good. Now let's get to the next clip. Comment below what you think on this one.
Number 11. Over on Reddit, a user by the name of Entire Thought posted a video just a couple of days ago that is sure to get any UFO enthusiasts out there excited and fascinated at the same time.
Look, nothing in the sky at all. Then all of a sudden, bam! What is that? Anybody tell me what that is? We're in the middle of the ocean. On a ferry. Nothing around. Look. Nothing around. No land, no nothing.
Comment below, could these be like 13 drones flying around? And is this clouds over the horizon, or is that possibly land?
You guys know that UFO videos, I'm not very, I don't put much thought in. I don't like debunking them because, man, there's a billion ways you can misidentify. There's a million ways that you can, well, you got that many lights in the sky. Could they not be just a bunch of drones? I know what you're thinking. Well, the guy said they're nowhere near land, and we didn't see any land. We see some clouds that maybe look like land. That's a fair point, but we don't know exactly where they are on the ocean. Now, I've heard of skydivers who jump out with sparklers to their feet, some kind of flare-looking things, and jump. All of them jump together, which I don't think that's what that is. Comment below what you think. I really ain't got nothing on this one. It's, I'm going to say drones. Like I said, we don't know where they're at in the ocean. There could be land, like, really close by.
Number 10. This next video is going to both break your heart and heal it at the exact same time, on October 27th of this year, and shows home surveillance camera footage taken inside a home late at night. The footage in question shows two dogs seemingly coming to visit their owner in the afterlife.
Man, little chihuahuas. You gotta love them little chihuahuas. I'm a chihuahua lover. Chihuahua, I know what they're called, but I call them chihuahuas, them little ankle biters. You know, little rat on acid, if you will. Come on out here, little buddy. I'm an animal lover, but we'll see what kind of paranormal stuff happens. Come on, people, what are we doing here? I'm glad the little doggies didn't get hurt, but did you see anything paranormal in that clip? I saw maybe possible dust particles floating through the air, and I saw dogs being dogs, chihuahuas being rats on acid, but I didn't see anything paranormal at all. Had it been paranormal, it probably would have looked more like this.
Number 9, Daddy.
A man named Harry McClary posted a video to his TikTok account on February 7th, 2021, and shows him in the darkness as he filmed something that's bothering him in his house.
When I told you earlier in the video that the old classic sound knocks and stuff outside the door, there's so many different varieties and so many different ways to approach faking that. and not just knocks at a door, you know, somebody going, hey, yeah, I'm a monster, or a squeaky toy. But either way, it's always the same concept. You know, I hear something at the door, I go open it, nothing's there. Here's another one for you folks. Clearly, somebody's outside this man's door. Not a ghost, it's probably his buddy.
From this point onward, even more creepy things happen. A dog toy can be heard beeping on the other side of the door, much to Harry's horror.
Much to Harry's horror. Haha. Now the obvious person would say, much like a swing set, that light that's rocking back and forth is, you know, it's a perpetual motion. It's something you can do, walk away from it, turn the camera on, and record it moving by itself. Just like a swing set, or tire swing, a light like that. But we hear, and when he opens the door, we hear something take off running. Sounds barefooted too. I think it is barefooted. Like him, right? Now the reason I bring that up is because I think this is a mix of somebody out in the hallway, right? Who hit the light and just walked down through there and let the light rock back and forth, and he got up and done his thing. And then he, you know, now that I think about it, I think he did this by himself. Huh. Hear me out. Now this is how my brain works. He goes outside, rocks the light, runs back in his room, jumps in the bed, turns the camera on, goes back out, opens the post-editor shape here. Obviously, we saw somebody standing outside the door, which means the guy had somebody there to help him. So I think what he did, he got up, ran to the door, the guy outside in the hallway hit the light, and then ran down the hall. Then, I think, he held the camera, let the guy do the running sound barefoot, and then took it and overlaid it. Now, why would he overlay it if you had a guy out in the hall? Why didn't he just let the guy run and just record it, right? Well, you would want it closer to the camera. That way, it would appear to be invisible. Number 8.
The footage in question was uploaded by user Salguero Juega and shows his entire family sitting down at the dinner table. Everyone there seems to be having a nice time with lots of smiles and conversations to go around. However, things take a seriously dark turn when Salguero pans the camera behind him.
Now, this reminds me of a movie and a book. My question is, why would you stand there recording something this hideous looking at you? When I first saw this, obviously the very first thing that popped in my mind was, I don't know if you've ever read the book or watched the movie of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, but there's a big fat hag. I can't remember what her name, the pale hag, in the movie and in the book. And that outside looks shockingly similar to that creature. So it's either some kind of demonic presence that just so happens to look like a fictional character, or it's probably a costume of some sort that's meant to look like that character that somebody's just using to scare somebody. I think it's the latter. I'd take her out on a date though. So I compared the two ladies, and they do look similar, but they're not exact.
So, would either one of you ladies like to go out on a date? Come on. Number 7.
This TikTok video posted back in 2021 by a user simply known as Opal Ghosts. We watch as she films her drunk friend fooling around and having a fun time. It seems like a funny and perfectly normal video, but as I'm sure you can anticipate, that changes rather quickly.
Recording your drunken, belligerent friend as she dances like an idiot in the doorway. Now, I'm not saying anybody wouldn't do that. I'm pretty sure people have recorded their friend acting goofy or completely hammered, like this girl is. But when you look at this one, it's pretty obvious, I think, what happens. But I want you to watch the clip and comment below what you think right after you watch the clip, and then you can hear what I got to say.
You're fucked. What? What? What are you doing? Can you not hear that? No. Are you sure? I can hear that. CG.
You know, for somebody that's completely drunk, hammered even, she noticed that mirror vibrating awfully quick, as if she knew it was going to do that. And no, her dancing didn't cause it to do that either, because they do a little test I'm getting ready to show you, but I think somebody's in that closet. But let's take a look.
A second video posted by Opal a bit later shows her proving that it wasn't her friend jumping around that caused the mirror to shake the way that it did.
We don't have much to go on. We know this is a closet, and an impact on the other side of the door could make the mirror do what it did. So them jumping around proves nothing when somebody's inside the closet.
That's what I like about these short clips, is you don't have much to work with, so you got to take what you got and work with it, obviously. So let's point out the obvious. It's a closet. Somebody could fit in the closet. You could even see the clothes moving inside the closet. Could it have been caused by the mirror vibrating? Sure. Or it could have been caused by somebody in the closet. And the dog walks over to the closet. That's pretty curious, unless maybe the dog smelled a ghost. Or somebody was in the closet. You just got to take the little pieces that you have and put them together like a crime scene. And the girl who is drunk, high, whatever, spotting the mirror vibrating that fast and being scared by it, even though she's jumping and bouncing around and could have caused it. No, that's not genuine. That's somebody's in the closet.
Number 6.
Exploring with Angelo is a popular YouTuber who frequently uploads videos of himself wandering around various abandoned and haunted places from around the world. In this video, Angelo ventures out to a creepy forest to do some camping and exploring, and if that wasn't unsettling enough, he also uses a Ouija board.
Weird how the spirit talkers... Oh, there we go. Okay, I was going to check if it was running. That's why I stopped. We got Fred. Who's Fred?
Bernadette.
Bernadette.
Carol.
Carol. Getting a lot of names.
Family is here.
Whoa, my family is here. Okay. Okay, what the f is that?
Angelo is one of the fakest people I've ever seen on YouTube. He's like Jasco. Nothing he presents to you is real. They always have somebody there with them that you can't see.
What is that noise? Hello? What the hell? That was loud. That was definitely not an animal noise. There's no way.
Angelo, inside of a tent, starts to hear something that chills his blood.
It literally walked as it walked. It literally sounded as
Stacy.
What the f was that? It literally sounded as It literally sounded as What is going on here? Oh my... Okay, what is that? What keeps doing that? We're just gonna set this aside for a moment, because... that was a bit much. that was that sound again? What the
He hears the strange noise 2 more times before he eventually decides to pack his things and leave, which, if you ask me, was probably the best decision that he made that night.
I just gotta know what Angelo has been drinking.
Now, I know this ain't much of a debunk. It's not a debunk even, but he's fake. I can tell you that much. Somebody's outside the tent doing that. I mean, can I prove it? No, not much to work with here. But when you look at it through a critical lens, somebody's outside the tent and his acting sucks, you can make a pretty informed, decision. Not a debunk, but I don't care. He's like Jasko. He's faker than press-on nails.
Number 5.
In the footage, we watch as a young boy films the evening sky as he notices something odd in the sky.
What the f?
What is it?
Oh my god! What the f? Tata! Tata! Tara, sнимай! Моля sa телефон! Моля sa телефон!
Где са? Где?
Eno ga! What the f? Нестало!
Место?
Eno ga, ето!
Не. Šta se dešava?
What the f? Oh my god!
Ne mora.
Maybe I'm old school, but boy, does that kid not have a potty mouth or what? A little bit of soap for you. If you're at my house. Now, this UFO it's not moving. It's not spinning. It's just a light that looks like it has a little attachment of some sort on the bottom right hand side of it. Comment below what you think this one is. I have no idea. It's not moving, so it can't be like a kite or a drone. Well, no, I don't think it's a drone either. It's not even hovering. To me, it's almost like it's something attached to a pole just sitting in the sky. But comment below what you think. Like I said, I ain't good with these UFOs.
Comment below, is this thing floating in the air to you guys? Because when I look at the contrast and turn it up, this part right here stood out to me. It looks like a fastener. Number 4.
Home security cameras can oftentimes catch the most amazing things that people wouldn't believe if it wasn't recorded. It was posted to TikTok back in 2021 and showcases home surveillance camera footage taken inside this ordinary home. In the clip, we watch as an adorable dog is just walking around the house, minding its own business. Then, in the blink of an eye, this seemingly cute video transforms into something truly creepy.
Man, this is like the 3rd clip that's got a dog in it. But I want you to pay attention to this next clip because I caught something like right out of the gate. I want to see if you see it. I'm going to play you the clip and then we're going to do our thing. We don't have much to work with on the clip. You don't have much to work with on any of these clips. They're short. But on this particular clip, right as the camera starts rolling, at least this is how they got it edited in the video that we're reacting to. You can clearly see the dog looking that direction as he's coming through the living room. He looks over to where the paranormal's not happened yet. Look at this.
The dog is looking to its left, where the paranormal happens. Watch again. You can clearly see the dog looking toward the left. You see that? Now, if we had x-ray vision, this right here is what we would see.
Crazy how you can spot stuff like that. A dog looking at that exact direction. Could it be coincidence? It sure could, or it could be somebody crouched down. Now, had we had x-ray vision, you would probably see a guy crouched down. He's probably got some kind of wooden dowel and he's pushing it through the track. The track is what the door sits in that allows it to unfold. And I think the dog toed on him. We don't have much to work with, but here's what we do know. Dog looked that direction. The TV's playing, the ceiling fan's on. That right there tells you a lot out of so little to work with. But hey, that's how my brain works. Lucky for us, we got a second clip from that same person.
A second video that was posted to the same account showcases home security camera footage of a dog sleeping inside of its cage in the middle of the night.
Now, more than likely, they're using fishing line or magician wire, and they're just off to the left. I mean, you can see the dog here. The dog clearly sees something out to the left of the frame. He's staring at something, and I don't think it's the handle moving. Number 3.
In the video, we watch as the uploader is sitting inside of a trauma ambulance after he unfortunately was shot in the eye with a BB gun. The man was able to put on a brave face on the way to the hospital, but sadly for him, he wasn't entirely alone in the back of the vehicle.
Ooh, a haunted ambulance. We don't get many of those. So it's kind of unique, right? Now, this next clip, I don't think it's faked or staged at all. I think he's sitting in the back of the ambulance and, well, just watch the clip. The hidden word is hook. Call me paranoid, but you guys want to say it or you want me to? I guess I have to. You're in the back of the ambulance. You're injured. You're not alone. There has to be somebody there to drive the ambulance. And there also has to be, usually, at least around where I'm from, there's usually a couple with him, like somebody that sits back there with you. And it sounds like to me they're closing the door and saying, hey, you know, like they're ready to leave, and they're whispering. I don't think that's a ghost. Let's hear it one more time.
Number 2.
This nearly 10-minute long video was posted to the UFO subreddit and showcases some of the most bizarre, alleged UFO sightings ever put to film.
I'm assuming that's filmed in night vision. And the reason I bring that up is it looks like, have you ever seen like them fighter jets? Like if somebody locks a missile onto the jet while you're flying it, you can shoot out these decoys that come out. They're sparkling and everything, and it will cause the missile that's supposed to hit your jet to veer off and hit one of the decoys. You know what I'm saying. Now, if you're in the military, comment below what you think it is. You're probably right. But these things are stationary, and they said they launched a missile at it. And if that was a missile, for instance, why did it go through 2 of those sparkly, drippy things? Because wouldn't it blow up on the first impact? Unless it's like a missile that's not made to blow up, just made to hit and just impact. Which I thought missiles are made to blow up, obviously. You can clearly see the sparks. It's almost like those things are flares. Like road flares. Comment below what these are. I know somebody knows. It's like it's right on the tip of my tongue. But I'm just, brain fart.
It appears to me that whatever these are, they're hanging on like wires, like guide wires. I mean, take a look. It looks like a wire is running up through them. Number 1.
This next video is one of the most unsettling videos you'll watch all day. Published to YouTube all the way back in February of 2011, it depicts a young woman sitting inside of a house, talking with friends and family. Everyone seems to be in high spirits, sharing conversation and plenty of laughs. However, the laughter doesn't last too long when something absolutely terrifying happens out of nowhere.
This next clip is not the best quality camera. It must have been filmed, quite a while back. But it comes off almost like it's choreographed. It's not a very long clip, but I want you to pay attention to the guy that's in the kitchen. He opens the refrigerator, and watch what happens. Because had he not opened the refrigerator and bent down, you probably wouldn't have seen what you see. So, see.
Já com sono. Aí, Thiago, a câmera que eu comprei nova aí. Vermelhinha e tal. Vocês nem esperaram pra festa aí, né, mano? Meu Deus do céu, que porra é essa, velho? Mano, eu vi alguma coisa aqui, Thiago. Tem alguma coisa que passou aqui, velho. Ih, velho. Tô falando sério, cara. Tô falando sério. Vem aqui comigo, cara. Tem nada aqui, não. Eu vi uma coisa assim, cara.
And pause. The person ran in this doorway right here.
Cara, tá louco, mano? Maluco. Eu vou voltar a câmera. E você vai ver, velho.
We can clearly see the ghost person. Now I checked to see if there's some cuts, and there's not. But, I mean, it speaks for itself, guys. Come on now, what are we doing here? Come on.
Oftentimes I mention that something is choreographed. That means, for the newbies here, that's what this video is mostly for, is to kind of show you what to do when you don't have much to work with. But I like to point out things that you should possibly be looking for if you're ever really wanting to get into the debunking thing. And that way you'll know whenever you watch a video, oh, that's staged because of this, and that. Longer videos are easier to debunk because you got the whole video to work with. These clips are short and you don't have hardly anything to work with, obviously. But a choreograph, anyway. See, I go on a tangent sometimes. When he gets up after he's startled by seeing the ghostly figure, and he starts going into the kitchen to show you, hey, nothing's there. That right there alone should tell you something. Right there. Because you just saw something that looked like a creepy zombie ghost, and you just dart right straight in through there with the camera. Even though when you get up and you go, and right when you're in the kitchen, you can see that doorway. The doorway's right there. So you know it didn't continue to walk. Where'd it go? That alone, if I'd seen something like that, I wouldn't be running in there. As soon as I saw that, oh, he ain't there, I'd probably run. But the reason I bring this up is he just goes right in through there to say, hey, you...
So our ghost walks by the window here, and when he gets up and takes off running, the ghost ducks down below this panel right here as he's running into there with the camera, and he's going toward that door while our cameraman is running toward this door.
You saw the old dude walk by that little window. Conveniently enough, when the guy ducked down to get the refrigerator so you could see it, choreographed, he ran in there, and he never goes back in that doorway. Because the person, even though we didn't see him run back, they don't have to. They duck down once they go across where you can see them. That little wall is there, they duck down, shoot right straight back and right through that door. He never shows us in there. People do that. And he would get to that door way faster than that guy got up off the chair and went in there. Choreographed. I mean, fairly obvious. Either that or it's a spirit. A zombie spirit. Looks like it's from Night of the Living Dead, the original, baby. Alright. But yeah, I wanted to make this video because there's some newbies here, some new subscribers. And I like to every now and then just give a little fun video, show you little things to look for, whether it's a dog or something looking at a closet or some dude crouched down the floor. Or, stuff like this, stuff like the blob bat lady from that book and television show. I can't remember the name of it. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Nah. Scary stories to tell in the dark. But anyway, guys, this is for the newbies. Insanely good bangers on the way. I also got a video I wanted to make. It's a little bit of drama, but it's important to me to make it because, I got a cease and desist. Another one. by Haunted Hill House. But that's the story for another day. But yeah, I got something I've been wanting to get off my chest for a while. Join Debunkers Anonymous on Facebook. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next video. Y'all come back now. You hear? Peace. Like my PJs.